So I saw that, and that motivated me in a sense. So
Yeah.
that hustler mentality, pretty much.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Find it.
Right.
Find it from one way or the other. We do parties, weddings, corporate events, and trade shows. You need that drive to wanna make it successful, and a clear goal. If you don't have that clear goal, it's like, where are you going? What stuck to me most was pretty much go out and shake hands. You know, you as someone who's starting out, you need to go out there and actually meet people.
You guys are primarily trying to market the business first, right? Not really like you guys at all.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
because sooner or later, I plan on leaving. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't.
That's smart.
But nowadays, the brand lies behind the owners, so that is a big market, and now that's why I came on here, because we shouldn't be scared to say who we are and what we do, and have people let them know, like, hey,
Yeah.
we're this is us. We're experts in our field, and we're ready to do your party.
There you go, man.
So
Yeah, it's important. At the end of the day, it is a people business, right?
Yes,
You still got to talk to people. You still need to, find people that need your services. So you got to just, and at the end of the day, it's not only about price, right? But it's also about people pulling through for you, because parties, for most people, I know because I just had my first birthday party, right, for my son. It's stressful. It is super stressful.
Yeah.
There's nothing easy about it, right? And if you got guys that can pull through, right?
Yeah.
It could be a nightmare.
Yeah, not only birthday parties, but weddings.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
There's just not only stressful for them, but for us too.
Yeah, because your guys' reputation's on the line.
And then a lot of things get switched up in those events. Depending on what they do, sometimes they just switch it up. There's always something coming up. They want some more flowers. They want some more of this. They want some more of that. And that's why you call us.
Yeah.
To handle that pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
man, we should introduce you guys. Welcome to another episode of the Ralphie and Ryan Show. I am your host, Rafael Velasco, a.k.a. Rafael the Realtor, sitting in with my co-host, the internet sensation, Mr. Ryan Reynolds. And today, we got two gentlemen, Jaime and Bryan. They are owners and starters of Party Rentals, Inc., based out of pretty much Chicagoland area, right? You guys do pretty much all the way.
We'll go anywhere for the right price.
There you go.
Anywhere.
That's a good one.
Out of state?
Out of state. Yeah.
Have you done out of state
Yeah.
parties?
A few. Minnesota, Ohio, Indiana.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we do a lot of custom pieces.
Yeah.
So that lets us expand a little more.
What do you mean by custom pieces?
So nowadays, since Pinterest is a big thing, and social media in general, someone has something that they want.
Oh, okay. All right.
and as long as it can be manufactured, we can pretty much do it. And a lot of people don't want to go out of their way to actually do that or have that in their inventory. But like I said, for the right price, anything is possible.
Yeah. That's exactly how my wife did the birthday party. She went on Pinterest and she said, so we had a Elmo first birthday party.
Why you look like that? A lot of people request Elmo parties.
Theme parties, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to make those boxes, those ABC boxes out of cardboard. Man, we almost got divorced, guys. I'm serious. We almost got divorced
Yeah,
over
I
these
remember
goddamn
that.
boxes. So if you can push that stress off on somebody that's a professional like that, I'd consider it, right, for the right price, like you guys said.
Yeah,
So you guys would make those boxes?
well, not necessarily us, but the people that we have, yeah.
Okay.
They'll make boxes, cards, backdrops, letters, and anything you need that you see, again, that can be manufactured, we can most likely do.
Cool.
Okay.
So Party Rentals Inc. started in 2018, you said?
2018, yes.
But you guys have even more years than that in the business, right? How did
Yes.
you guys get started in this field?
Working through family.
Family.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is like close family.
Yeah.
You started helping out, and then you branched out on your own.
Pretty much.
Nice. So in 2018, you guys started together, or is this something that you started and then who jumped in?
Both of us.
Both of
Yeah.
you guys. Okay.
Yeah, both of us.
What was that agreement like when you guys came to?
Throw the money in.
Bro.
Where's the money?
Let's make some money, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we were already doing it, and it was more like why are we working for other people when we can pretty much be doing it ourselves?
Yeah.
You know, and the way they were doing it wasn't like they had work, but I saw like they could treat their customers better. You know, there was a better way of doing it. And what better way than to do it ourselves in a sense,
right?
Or create that culture that you would be satisfied with.
Yeah. So you guys are pretty close in age, though, right? You guys are what, 2 years?
A year and a half.
Year and a half, and you guys always had a pretty good relationship, even like growing up.
No,
nah.
And you guys decided to go into business together?
Yeah.
So how's your relationship in business and out of it?
I mean, it's good because once you get that mentality of just a business-minded person, it's off the clock. You know, like whether or not you work a 9 to 5, you're still thinking. And as far as in my side, in my eyes, I look at it like business is business, and family is always there in a sense. So it's like I leave what business is. Like sometimes something could get messed up, whatever the case is, but it's like that's business.
Yeah.
You know, things are gonna happen, things are gonna break, but. You know, it's what we say and who we're with that actually matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's important, man.
Yeah.
You guys always been hustlers like this, or is this something that just came upon you guys slowly? Is it you think it has a lot to do with family having a business and you guys constantly seeing how they evolved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did your parents do? Were they doing party rentals?
No, so my mom actually worked in a warehouse.
Okay.
And my father, I mean, he's like a landscaper. He, different jobs on and off. So his dad was actually an entrepreneur, and he owned, I guess you could say, a bakery in Mexico.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I did, he would tell me the stories, so that kind of did motivate me. But my mom, she's always been a hustler herself. She's always been like a salesman.
Yeah.
Selling Mary Kay, gold. So she would take us in rides. Just to drop off merchandise and sell. So, like, that's pretty much why we were able to survive in a sense.
Yeah.
So I saw that, and that motivated me in a sense. So that hustler mentality pretty much.
Just
find it.
Right.
Find it from one way or the other.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Because like, just like you mentioned, there's a lot of problems that come across and that you just have to deal with, right? And like you said, you have to leave everything up, on the side while you're struggling through it, right? Even family, even if it is family, you got to hold people accountable sometimes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I mean, I think we've gotten to a point where, I mean, obviously, if he wasn't on the same boat or if I wasn't, we would get left behind. Like, hey, you're not on the same page. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep doing the same things over and expect it to change. So I mean, I think we've acclimated to each other and the same goal. To where.
How long did that take? Because I feel like we're still trying to figure that out. We pretty much have the roles already, but there's like little lines, dude, where he's like, all right, dude, is that your job or my job? You know what I'm saying? It's still to that point. You know what I'm saying? Even though we've been working together for a while, we're still like, hey, whose role is that? Who dropped the ball there?
Yeah, no structure. Do you guys have a structure? A system?
Yeah, we have a system and a culture, but we're always trying to improve. That's something that we struggled from the past, and we're always trying to improve.
Yeah.
But writing everything down and actually setting like a handbook, because I feel like a lot of mom and pop shops don't think they need it. And then when you get to a corporate status, like everything's written down, there's contracts, legal stuff. So that's how we had to think.
Right.
So.
And you realize this by what? How did you come up with your business sense?
So just learning from people around me, rubbing elbows with them, and I actually went to school for just a business certificate.
Okay.
So I got the vocabulary, what it is to do a few things, but none of that taught me of how to actually run a business outside of like.
It never does.
Yeah, like it. What I learned in the few years that I've actually ran the business is a lot more than what I paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But.
So where'd you guys grow up?
Bolingbrook.
Bolingbrook? Oh, they're from your
They're
side.
from my hometown.
Yeah. From your hood.
Yeah, from my hood. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So you guys, where did you move to? You said Joliet.
Yeah.
When did you guys move to Joliet?
What was it?
A year ago.
A year ago. So what made you guys want to move to Joliet?
Just trying to get my own place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys both live together then?
Yeah.
Okay. So going back onto the how's your guys' relationship in business and out of business? Does business go at home? Like, do you bring business back home, or is business business?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I bring business home.
Yeah,
okay, so that's you guys are 24/7 about the business, always dedicated to
24/7,
it.
yeah. Sunday, you ask if we work, man. You know.
Cool.
It's-
So yeah,
Go
so do you want to tell us a little bit about your business? So who is Party Rentals Inc? What do you guys do? Like, what events and stuff like that?
So we do parties, weddings, corporate events, and trade shows. That's what we mainly focus on.
Okay.
You know, and that includes all the inventory as far as, I mean, we don't necessarily do bounce houses. It's more like tents. We try to get out of that because that's pretty much what we seen with the family members, that they were doing the bounce houses, and it's a lot of labor. Don't get me wrong.
For setup?
For setup and takedown, you know, and it's bound to get outdated. That's the way I looked at it. I looked at it like kind of like video games. You know, the entertainment changes. I noticed that the kids weren't bouncing in it anymore like that. They were.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
They just stay in there with their phone.
That's
They'll
not
go in
good.
it. They'll go in it.
But they'll play on their phone.
But they'll just be on their phone, you know.
Damn.
So to me, I looked at it like, man, you know, we gotta do something before we invest too much money in it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have never done the bouncy house?
We did.
Oh, okay.
We have 5 right now.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, we started getting rid of them, and it was like, nah, that's not the market I wanted to get into. It was just to start off.
Is there a lot of wear and tear on those things too, or?
Yeah, depending.
And they're pretty expensive, I bet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what you guys are trying to focus in on corporate meetings and weddings, pretty much bigger stuff,
Yeah.
bigger spreads, right?
Yeah.
But a lot more attention to detail and probably a ton more stress, right?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, it's easier because you provide all your resources to that, you know, and
Okay.
instead of 10 backyard parties at one time, you know.
Makes it a mess too. Right?
Yeah, you know, it's a bigger reward for the risk.
I
for
see.
Sure.
Yeah.
How did you guys transition into having like the mom and not the birthday party to corporate events and weddings and stuff like that? How did you guys get started to transition your business into that?
Well, I mean, in a sense, experience.
Okay.
But also just having that mindset of how do I get into that? You know, without asking that question, we won't get the answer. So that's pretty much where I focused on. I was like, what do I need, and what do these events consist of? You know, so just start breaking it down, start writing it down. Okay, so these guys want fancy chairs. You know, they want linens, they want silverware, flatware, glassware. You know, things that not your average backyard party is gonna have. You know, and that's all year round. You know, people always used to tell me, hey, you know, why you getting into the season business? You know, why that's seasonal, man. But it's like they didn't see it as an all year round. If you look at other companies from like bigger companies, major companies, they're doing this thing all year round.
Yeah.
You know.
Makes sense.
So are you guys doing like indoor then, or like okay?
Yeah,
Everything,
yeah, indoor. That's
Okay.
that's my focus. I'm trying to do indoor.
Well, yeah, because it's corporate too.
And I don't want the weather to
Affect your business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We do tents, right? Don't get me wrong, because that is a big market
Yeah.
out here. You know, people are always gonna need temporary structures.
Right.
So we haven't left that out.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not doing a bunch of tents in February, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you got your list together, right? And you got all the required things to appeal to, you know, the corporate or, you know, weddings and stuff like that. And then how did you go about promoting yourself in that way to get the clients? Because so here's a couple of things that I was thinking, right? The first thing, I don't know if you did this or not, but a wedding planner would be the first one, right? The first connect to approach, right?
Yeah, but you see, the thing is that they don't trust you. You know, you gotta build that trust. You gotta build that reputation. So, honestly, what I did was look on my social media and see who are the major players. You know, and see what they are doing.
Okay.
And then hit up a few of them, and whoever answered, pretty much just pick their brain. You know, and a few of them, what stuck to me most was pretty much go out and shake hands. You know, you as someone who's starting out, you need to go out there and actually meet people. You know, the more hands you shake, the closer we get to those deals.
Yeah.
You know, if we're sitting on our ass and not doing anything, well, then we're wasting time in a sense.
Right.
You know, so actually joining the Chamber of Commerce and other brands who we associate with, you know, that built confidence within the community and was able to say, hey, you know, because the Chamber of Commerce is not gonna accept you if they know you're ripping on people off.
Yeah.
You know, and if they do, then you shouldn't be in that Chamber of Commerce.
So you're a part of the Bolingbrook Chamber of Commerce, right?
Bolingbrook, Romeoville, and Joliet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
How do you get a part of the commerce?
You gotta pay to play, man.
Yeah, how much does it cost to play?
It depends. Certain cities, certain suburbs, they charge different. Joliet is around 300. Bolingbrook is around the same. Romeoville was a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
But you're looking around 300. Chicago, you're probably looking at like 5 to 1,000. You know,
Is this
I'm not sure.
annually or?
Yeah, annually.
Okay. All right. Are you seeing a benefit from it besides
It pays off. It pays off as long as you put in the work. If you put in the work and you show up,
Yeah.
it'll pay off.
How often do you have to show up? When do they like hold events?
So they have events every month. You know, whether it's weekly or not. I mean, I would say 2 to 3 events.
Okay.
And then, I mean,
An event like a meeting?
networking.
Okay.
Sometimes they have like a luncheon.
Okay.
Even Toastmasters. You know,
yeah.
even you can learn from that. You know, it's like
Yeah, that's not working. Wait, so they have Toastmasters there, or is that just another networking event that you're going to?
in a sense. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I thought you were talking about like...
No. Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I need to start going to the Bolingbrook Chamber of Commerce. I mean, it's my hometown, and that's where all the businesses are.
I'd recommend it, man. I'll put you in. I'll put you in touch. I'm about to be an ambassador.
Oh, that'd be
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, man, you know,
How do you become an ambassador?
They gotta like you. Nah, I'm just playing, man. Nah.
That is true.
Well,
though.
I'm sure they do.
Nah, man.
Well, they might not like me and might not like a person.
They got to see you going. They got to see you going and actually, you know, trying and saying like, hey, you know, this guy wants to be a part of the community and they're willing to invest their time pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's good, man. So you guys got primarily the start of your business through networking, right? Your network, and now you guys are transitioning into social media, and you talked a little bit about SEO, whatever. You guys have multiple legs, right, of the business going at one time.
Yeah.
Who distributed that? Who figured that out? Did you guys just sit down one day and be like, all right, this is your side, this is my side, this is what you got to do?
You see what you're good at. You know, you see what you're good at and what you like most, and then you go from that in a sense, because it's like I spent most of my time doing that, and I was actually the one going after it. So it's like I can't force myself and be like, yo, man, you got to do this too. You know, if I'm butting heads with him and selling them that, then there's no use in that. You know, it's just a waste of time. So it's like we saw what he was good at and what I was good at. You know, which is his like scheduling, operations, managing the events. I'm pretty much like one of the salesmen, best salesman around. You know,
yeah, we could tell.
But you know, so
yeah.
So you guys just have to see each other's weaknesses and go from there.
Yeah, no, we figured out a lot of stuff. We're still figuring it out, right? It's a growing process, but yeah, we figured out real quick the stuff that we just weren't good at, because everybody is different, right? That's the truth.
Yes.
Everybody's a little different. Everybody ticks a little different, and you know what? There's some tasks that just suck. Period. Right? And somebody's got to pick them up. Right? There's just stuff nobody likes to do that. You still have to do it.
Yeah, but the problem is there's so many tasks.
There is a lot of tasks.
So many tasks. Is it just a 2-man show, or you guys have employees?
No, yeah, we do have employees.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How many employees do you guys have?
So we have 5 employees.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Man, that's good. So you guys have multiple things. You guys can hold a couple of events in a week, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, it all depends on the availability and how big it is. So I mean, if it's one big event, I mean,
pulling all
the resources are going in there.
Okay. How's your relationship with your employees?
That's got to be tough. You guys are young, right?
Yeah.
Are they older than you, younger than you?
Yeah, older.
Older?
Okay.
Older.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are younger. You know, some of them are like high school kids and you know barely start. So that side, I mean, I feel like they're a little bit more. I shouldn't say lazy, but
Not as driven,
not as driven. They need a little bit more motivation and things that they want to do, because nobody wants to do labor work.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays it's like so easy to become a millionaire, and everybody's seeing it in social media that they don't want to do the legwork. You know, they're like
The heavy lifting,
yeah,
right?
the heavy lifting. Hey, I want to be there. You know.
Right. Yeah, no, I can imagine. You know what? I've never had an employee, right? But I've had managers and stuff like that I looked over. And I feel like that is a task in its own, understanding how to manage employees or managers and stuff like that. I mean, especially, I mean, you have to supply them with business to keep them afloat, right? I mean, you're funding them their cash. So there's a huge responsibility on you too, and you need to figure out how to manage them to get the best out of them and get what you want.
And they're relying on you guys. Are they full time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you guys have done a lot in a little bit.
So were you guys? Obviously, you guys weren't always entrepreneurs, but was rental parties your guys' business? Was this your first business, or did you have other businesses?
So I mean, that actually like blew up in a sense was this one.
Okay.
But me as like a youngin, I mean, I would go out and cut grass. I would shovel snow. I was just like trying to get it, man.
Yeah.
Selling stuff. So, same with him. I mean, we were out here, man. Just.
Yeah.
So I mean, we never really pursued the rest of them. Me personally, I felt like landscape was too dirty, man. Like.
Yeah.
Like
there's a lot of money in that too, though, right?
There is, man. For as many companies as there are out here, man,
right?
Everyone gets a piece.
Yes.
Like that's the thing with it. Like, there's enough money for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. What does it take to be successful nowadays? Like, if you guys were to venture into another business similar to this one, what does it take really to get going? So the reason what I'm asking is, how much funds do you think you would need, right? Because you guys probably started this part-time, I'm guessing?
Right, part-time.
For, a couple months or whatever, or a year or so?
Yeah, a couple years.
And then transition over. If you guys were to do it all over, what do you guys think you would need now to get where you guys are at now? Is it funds? Is it connections? Is it all the above, right?
All the above, I mean, but I would say drive. You need that drive to wanna make it successful. And a clear goal. If you don't have that clear goal, it's like, where are you going? Like, in reality, where are you going?
Yeah.
If you guys want to be the max realtors or own your own realtor company, like, you guys need to have that clear goal and work backwards.
Right.
And or whatever, like, whatever venture we venture off it, I see it like just that main goal and work backwards.
So you guys are looking at what a net that you guys are looking for out of the business, or?
As far as what do you mean?
You said you guys are looking for a goal of where you guys want to be. There, you guys want to be at a certain size, right?
Yeah.
Control a certain amount of the part of the market.
Yeah.
Or is it you guys are looking at net as the goal? That's
control a certain part of the market. You expand to other states.
Is there any other huge companies that are doing it on like a national level?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
And then they have contractors in multiple cities, or how does that work?
So it depends on who you're looking at, because every company runs different.
Okay.
But what I've seen is that for the majority of part, they have in every major city, and it's just like a 50,000 square foot or 100,000 square foot warehouse, and they'll just focus on the higher end events, whether it be galas, red carpet event, whatever it may be. So. That's what I've seen with them. But as far as for us, I mean, we want to get to that point where we can have one big warehouse in every major city, providing what we do.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have a timeline to get this done, or whenever it happens?
To me, I want to do it within the next 5 years.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
But at the end of the day, it's like I can't beat myself up if I don't do it in those 5 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna go bald. I'm already here, man. I haven't gotten there. Nah, it's like if I never had that goal, I probably would have never gotten there.
Right.
So I look at it like I want it now, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. Right. What's the most challenging thing about your specific business? Is it the employees? Is it getting the leads? Is it finding the right amount of stuff at low cost?
Employees. I would say marketing as well, and just because there's so many out here, and just acquiring that customer takes a lot of money, you know. So that, and just creating a culture that everyone is willing to ride with you with,
Yeah. So, are you guys keeping track of some of this stuff? What it costs each lead? What does it take to acquire each individual client?
It depends on. We do keep track of it.
Yeah.
But it varies. It varies on the type of event.
Okay.
If it's a backyard party, sometimes it doesn't even cost you much. As long as your business is on Google.
Okay.
Or for example, like social media, like Instagram. I've gotten a lot of business from Instagram alone. and that's free. That's a free mark. Now, if you want to up it a bit, that's when you promote.
Yeah.
And you pay a little extra, but then your range goes out. And I feel like another problem is people wanting to pay the delivery fee. You know, and depending on what type of event it is. Again, if it's a backyard party and we're in Bolingbrook and your event's all the way in by like Wisconsin, Waukegan, I'm gonna charge you like $250.
Yeah.
$300 just for delivery, even if you want 20 chairs. You know.
Do you allow them to pick up the equipment?
No.
So because you guys are setting it up as well too, right?
Well, mostly because of the things that could go wrong. You know, we don't necessarily allow that anymore.
Oh, you're talking about like missing
items, damaged items, and
not returning it.
Yeah, you know, you want it sucks to hit them up like, yo, man, you know the things are late.
Yeah.
Charge them a late fee.
But then that's a bad review.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
that makes sense.
People are so quick to leave a review. You know.
Yeah, it could damage you.
So is there a rate on your delivery?
So.
Like mileage.
We do some mileage. Yeah, pretty much like a base cost and then mileage.
Okay.
You know, so we need to cover what it costs to, pretty much for our delivery drivers to go to that place, come back without losing any money.
Okay.
You know.
So do you guys charge like a minimum? So like if I wanted to rent something from you guys, but I wasn't throwing like a big, event, maybe I needed like, I don't know, a table and some chairs or something like that. Is there a minimum? You guys don't do that?
So we're thinking about doing it this year. You know, back then it was like, if you're cool, we'll let you slide. You know, but you tend to lose money. You know, if you're delivering something for $80, you know, and it costs you $70 to send two guys, the gas,
maintenance on the truck,
right? You know, and then depreciation.
Yeah.
It's like you end up losing money.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
and time too. And then you could be doing other
exactly.
events.
You know, those resources could be going somewhere else. So that's something that we did realize, and it has to go up. So now it's $350.
What's the biggest batch you guys done, man? What's the party that you guys remember that people just went all out? Because I'm sure, you guys have any like backyard parties that people went wild on?
Yeah, I mean, just one last year, she wanted some custom pieces, man. You know, she wanted it all. So the tents, like 400, 500 chairs.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just nice to see someone appreciate all your things. And I mean, they didn't care about the price, man. You know, price wasn't an issue, especially when it comes to like custom. That's from, for example, she wanted a cart. You know, she called everywhere. She couldn't get it.
Oh, what, a cart?
A cart, like a display cart.
For like drinks or something, or
some
fruit
people, some people use it for drinks.
Okay,
some people use it for like sweets, different things. I guess she was having like a rustic theme event.
Cool.
So we were able to do it. She wanted 6 carts, and it was just the thankfulness that she gave us was like, wow, you know. But yeah, that was probably one of the biggest so far.
Yeah. So you guys are seeing a lot more custom pieces that people are requiring, because I don't remember theme parties being a thing when I was a kid, man. Now everybody's got to have a theme, right?
I mean, that's
You get a lot of Mickey Mouses?
You get a lot of Mickey Mouses, Spider-Man, Frozen, all the little things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't remember theme parties being a big thing. And now everybody's got to have a theme, right? Now they have the super expensive cakes. They're like triple layered, and then the Mickey Mouse on top, and
now you have social media,
cookies.
Dude. So people are trying to,
and all the women are on Pinterest, bro. Everybody's on Pinterest, right? That's where everybody gets the ideas.
Yeah.
What's up with the first birthday party thing?
It's a big thing, bro. It's a huge
big thing nowadays, man.
Yeah,
you got to go all out. You got to go all out for your.
Yeah.
I mean, look, for me, right? I'm ashamed to admit how much I spent, but it's my first son, right? My firstborn. I mean, and then my wife. It's her first son, her firstborn.
Yeah.
Got to go all out, right?
They're never gonna be one again, man.
Hey, back in my parents' days, my parents are from the rancho, so they kill animals and stuff like that to celebrate certain events. So I guess to them that was a big thing. Yeah, you kill an animal and then the whole town eats.
Do they do it out here?
Yeah, you can do that. I'm sure you can do a pig roast. There's people that do pig roast.
Do you guys
and stuff
ever
like that.
throw any of those? Pig roast. The what are those called? Sacrifice events?
No, come on, this
No.
guy.
What is that though? Like
What?
You said that they like kill animals in front of the kids and stuff.
I'm saying like
In Mexico, they do that a lot.
yeah, they do like if they have like a
But
a
they
pig,
eat it though.
Yeah, they eat the whole
Yeah.
thing. So if they got a pig, they're like, all right, we're gonna make carnitas, and everybody's gonna eat carnitas, right? Or you do chivo, and then it's like meat. You guys are Mexican,
Yeah,
or?
Mexican.
Yeah, so it's like so everybody gets to eat, but the sacrifice is the animal because most of those people that's their livestock. That's like part of their bank account, right?
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
sense. And you're like killing them, like, all right, I'll sacrifice that animal right
For
there.
your birthday.
Yeah, I'm down, dude. It's in April. If you guys are down.
Okay.
What kind of animal? A pig?
Yeah, well, you could do a pig roast, and you can have that big rotisserie or whatever. But I mean,
that'd be crazy.
first birthdays are a huge thing or whatever. So the reason I was saying that is because there were very specific things within the what do they call it, the dessert table, right? Because that's like a huge thing nowadays.
Yep.
Where we had to have custom pieces, man. So we're ordering stuff on Amazon, we're painting, we're just a lot of stuff involved. And then you also need to worry about the party and then hosting for your guests. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time with that, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
we spent days.
So is that where you guys come in? Like,
Yeah.
so he spent a lot of time on it, right? So you guys, so would you guys be able to like help? Like, let's say if I had a party, right, and I don't know.
Elmo party.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know if I want to have an Elmo party or something like that. If I reached out to you guys, would you guys like kind of like throw me ideas or maybe design the whole party, something like that?
Yeah, so if you don't necessarily know what you want, we would pretty much do a site survey, you could call it, or a meeting. And for a small fee, and then we would come once, we'll ask you some question, what your goal is, what you're looking for. And then from there, if you go with us and you like the design and everything, that 75 will be applied, or whatever the fee is will be applied to your credit, to the total balance. And now if you don't want to go with us, you got some
Okay.
ideas,
All right, that
and
makes
so that's pretty much how we work. We come, we talk about what your goal is.
Yeah. So you guys are able to do pretty much,
And
A to B pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, A to Z, sorry, right? I mean, pretty
Yeah.
much the whole thing, the whole set of backdrop, specific pieces that maybe they're looking for. So you guys have carpenters that be able to
Yeah.
provide some of these pieces or whatever. Man, that's awesome. So these big events or whatever, what are people getting nowadays? What's the hot items that people are requesting?
So as far as custom or more of like anything,
Anything.
I feel like just high-end chairs.
High-end chairs.
High-end chairs.
Okay.
Different type of flatware. Unique.
What's a high-end chair?
So I mean,
Anything that's not plastic?
Something
No,
that
no. So
my aunt's not gonna sit down and fall.
Nah, I mean she might. Don't get me wrong, man.
How big is she?
I mean, is it gold? I mean, what is it?
No, so some of them are silver, some of them are gold, some of them are clear. It depends on what type of style you're having. It's for more of an upscale look. Some people go with like a ghost chair, which is a clear chair. Some people call it like a mirage chair, but it's pretty much made out of like plastic or acrylic,
Okay.
and it just gives it like a higher end look.
Okay.
You don't need a chair cover or anything like that. Another chair would be like a crossback, more of a rustic look. It has that X in the back.
Okay.
So, again, I mean, those are running you like $10 per chair.
Whoa.
You get 10 chairs. You're spending $100 for 10 people.
What's a cheaper chair?
The cheapest chair, I mean, and I don't like calling it cheap.
Right. Okay.
But the standard chair that people mostly get.
Standard, that's good.
Yeah, we'd be looking at a white folding chair.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what you see at any party.
A backyard party mostly, right? Yeah.
Those are the easiest too, man. Those fold, they stack up. You can stack them up 150, 200, no problem.
Yeah, dude. Because we're gonna do another birthday party, and we're trying to minimize the amount of stuff that we have because we invited more people than obviously we're gonna invite the second birthday party.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna invite more or less?
Less.
Why?
Because the first one is the first one. It's but the second one it's important, but it's
Well,
not
you're
that
gonna piss some
important.
people off.
Sorry, guys. I'm telling you guys, we're not inviting you guys.
They're texting you like, "Hey, you gonna have that?
Yeah,
my
right,
birthday
right.
this year, man." So,
I seen it on the podcast. So if we did want to, not even just like his birthday party, but for anybody out there listening, if they wanted to, somebody's getting married, somebody wants to throw a party, appreciation party, where do they start? I mean, like like how does the process work? Where do they go? Do they call you? Do they go on your website?
Because I saw you guys have inventory online too, right? So they can search through.
Yeah. So I mean, what we recommend is them booking online, in a sense, right? Because they can pretty much take as long as they want, add the things to their cart, and put a little bit of information. They get a quote, so you don't necessarily book right there. You don't have to bust out that checkbook or credit card. But most importantly, they need to ask themselves, how many guests are attending? What type of event is it going to be? What are the goals for the food? What are they going to get? What are they going to drink? So some basic questions that they need to get. But the most important would be how many people and what type of event.
Yeah.
So you said like what kind of food? So I'm just curious. So like, do you guys handle like everything? So like you guys will do the food, like if there's a DJ and stuff, you guys do that, or do you guys have like a referral? How does that work?
So in a sense, we can pretty much be that one-stop shop if you'd like. Now, if you want to go with somebody else, then that's fine, right? We can just be the rentals, but we have people who we work with that pretty much handle all their ends where we don't. Security services, DJs, entertainment, the different fields. So.
How early do you think someone should consult with a company like you to make sure that they have availability on some of your inventory?
We recommend up to 4 weeks, but depending on the event. If it's a wedding and you need a lot of things, you're looking at a year,
Sure.
Now, if you're looking at custom pieces, you should definitely call ahead of time to a month, 2 months. Some people, honestly, they book 6 months to a year
For a wedding.
for any type of event. It could be a birthday.
Wow.
So some people are just on it.
So have you done a full wedding? Like
Yes.
like somebody's like, hey, I want you to handle the whole wedding.
my
I
God,
need
it's
the
gotta be
DJ.
stressful.
What about like I need the photographer?
Reception, all that.
Like,
Yeah.
holy
my God.
shit. What's that usually cost?
A wedding,
Yeah.
10,000 and up.
Okay.
You're looking at minimum.
But I mean, you're doing
minimum.
everything.
Yeah, minimum. I mean, and that's like a small backyard wedding. Like.
Yeah.
If you want to get extravagant, I mean.
Yeah.
Numbers are endless.
Yeah.
Dude, I wanted to talk to you guys about because like I mentioned before we got on air that my wife actually knew about you guys about a year ago or whatever, and you mentioned that you were trying to promote yourself online, right? You said that's kind of the new thing.
Yeah.
And SEO, you said SEO was a big thing for you guys, and you guys promoting online. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Because I feel like marketing is every business, right?
Yeah.
We're all in the marketing business essentially, right? What are you guys finding is getting your best return for the money invested as far as marketing?
So as far as marketing, paid or non-paid or both?
Both. Yeah.
Both?
Yeah. Your biggest
Google.
return, right? Your
Google.
biggest return for
Google is paid? Like Google AdWords?
By Google AdWords, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you know how to correctly persuade that message, when someone looks at it, you can definitely make some quick money.
Yeah.
Not quick, but
Yeah, when I typed you guys in, you guys popped up first, and I mean, party rentals is a pretty broad.
That's a general
word.
term.
So
Yeah.
I mean, roughly, how much is your like cost per click on something like that?
Well, I've talked with Google, right, and they're like, "Oh, we don't necessarily do cost per click.
Okay.
It's by impression."
Okay,
So
impression.
yeah.
So what is an impression on Google AdWords? Is that like
So
when they
if
click on it or
if
scroll?
They look at it, if they scroll on it, if
Oh
anything,
my
if they look at it, if you pop up on let's say like on anything in the image necessarily, but yeah, you're probably looking at anywhere from like 10 cents to 50 cents per impression.
Per impression.
Yeah, per
and you guys
impression.
have a set budget that you guys dedicate towards the Google marketing.
Yes.
And did you guys get the website done, or did you guys do that yourself?
So I did that myself. Yes.
Okay. And
It's a nice website.
yeah, it is
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Thank
It's
you.
clean, man. That's like the new look, right?
Yeah, and it's constant improvement. Like it
Absolutely.
never started like that. It started shitty, man.
Like everything else.
Yeah, like everything else. We didn't have online booking. We didn't have any of that. It just started basic.
Yeah.
I right now I'm working with a software company. So
Okay, like a CRM or something, or
Yeah.
Okay.
So they keep track of all the inventory. They keep track of the invoices,
Oh,
the contracts, and everything. So it's like having an employee. We pay for that
Okay.
monthly. But that pretty much saves me a lot of time with it, and it's a built-in website. So all I really have to do is just
perfect.
Click and drag, do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that like I'm coding. Back then, when I was doing like WordPress, I had to code, man. I was like I was going on YouTube trying to figure this out. Like, how do I put a header? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how you get started. You know, you just got to figure it out.
Yeah. So in your website, this company that you hired, they do a lead capture, or how does that work? Because I'm sure are they taking care of like the retargeting and stuff like that, or
in a sense, I mean, you could pay for that.
Okay.
You know, we haven't paid for that yet,
Okay.
but for the most part, what it does is it keeps track of anybody who's written a quote. So
Okay.
if you put up a little bit of information, with that little bit of information, we can hit you back up.
Okay.
You know, like, hey, you know, you left this in your cart.
Yeah, that's what Amazon does,
You know?
right?
Yeah.
Amazon hits you up.
And
They'll send you an email.
that was like my go-to website. You know, that I was like, how can I be like Amazon?
Right.
So smooth, so clean, you know. And I haven't gotten there yet, right? But
Right.
I'm still working
The
on
goal.
That's the
That's the goal. Yeah, so Amazon says that they're customer centric, right? They do
Yeah.
anything to try to make the customer, and that's what it is now. Now it's all about ease, right? Like, it's really all about experience. Like the Toys R Us, right? The Toys R Us downtown. They closed Toys R Us, but now they have a huge an experience now downtown, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they all they care about is having the easiest transaction possible. Yeah. So the reason why I'm asking you that is because we're actually in the process right now, starting to spend money on Google, and I'm not exactly sure how much of our savings and income we should dedicate towards that, without actually seeing a return first, right?
So, I mean, like I said, it has to be the right words. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be like, what is it that you're trying to put out there? And exactly like
Right. Exactly.
Is it for like realtors?
Realtor services,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Okay, so now you can't.
There's a lot of competition, though.
There's a lot of competition, but I mean, you can't expect someone to click on your ad if it doesn't correspond. So you need to really be, in a sense, targeting. You know, you need to know who that target market
Yeah.
is, and like if you guys want residential homeowners, you know, or like residential whatever.
Yeah.
You would put that in there, you know,
Right.
and not focus on just like, realtor for anyone,
Right.
You know, because then
Yeah.
you're broad.
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
not
right.
everyone's gonna click on that.
Right, right.
And you learn by paying, man.
Yeah, that's
You know
what it
I'm
is.
saying?
Yeah.
Risk a little
Trial
bit.
and error, trial
Yeah,
and
risk
error,
a little bit, you know, and
Split test things, right?
do a few different words, different things, and see which one's working the best. Because
Yeah.
I can definitely tell you, you know, just like last month, we spent, I think it was like $500 on one that didn't even do nothing. Not even a call, not even nothing, just pure impressions. And another one did so well,
Yeah.
you know, and it just goes to show you, man.
Just like
yeah.
minor changes
Minor
or whatever.
changes.
And you guys just did this just by constantly trying new ads,
Yeah.
new ads, changing headlines and stuff like that.
I mean, you could call Google and they could work with you, you know, to tell you some of the words that they think.
Yeah.
But also, they do have a list when you go on Google that are some of the most common keywords. You know, so you want to kind of base it off of that and what your business is.
Yeah.
So,
So what other so you guys are doing social media, you guys are doing obviously a big part of your business is referrals.
Yep.
And then what other are you guys doing, like ads on Facebook, or is social media just organic?
no, we pay on Facebook, we pay on Instagram, Twitter not yet, but for the most part, I mean, with Facebook, I'm not necessarily looking at it because you don't go on Facebook and say, hey, I'm gonna get my party rental company.
Yeah.
You know, let's be honest.
No,
Let's be
yeah.
honest, man. You're gonna be like, you know, you might look at their stuff and be like, oh, that's nice, you know, this and
Yeah.
that. So I look at it more like just for likes. You know,
Okay.
I'll pay just to get my likes up and say, hey, you know, like the people are liking it.
Right.
You know, they're showing that.
A reputable
legitimate
company.
Yeah,
business.
yeah. And so I look at like Google. You know, Google. I mean, we don't necessarily do like Home Advisor, but we are on there. We're on like you just try to get on everything.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how my understanding. That's how the internet works. The more places that you're on, the higher you're gonna be found.
Yeah.
And you seen your biggest return on Google versus Facebook, right? You guys haven't really spent.
I mean, but it varies. It varies on who you are. Maybe you could test a little bit on Facebook and it might work for you.
Yeah.
It just depends on who you are. Like, I mean, I'm sure maybe a bounce house who focuses on bounce house companies, maybe they can get a better return because there's a lot more mothers on Facebook,
Yeah,
So you target that audience, and it's about the right target audience too.
Yeah.
So that's, you gotta tweak it out a bit.
Yeah. So we got about 12 minutes left, guys. I wanted to know really about your future, man. Like, what do you guys? I know you guys already mentioned that you guys wanted to step away, right? Eventually, you guys wanted to step away and have a running business. What is the ultimate goal, other than what everybody has, right? To be multimillionaires, to be driving around Ferraris. I mean, what is the goal? What do you guys are looking to do?
What's the goal? What's your goal? Because our goals are different, man.
Yeah.
What's your goal? My goal, in a sense, is to retire my mother. Like that. Once that goal is set, I mean, I can move on to another goal. But ultimately, when I want to establish more companies after this. After I get this one going, running by itself, I want to move on to the next and ultimately invest in real estate.
Really?
Yeah, invest in real estate. So
cool. We know some guys.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good thing, man.
What drew you to real estate? Like real estate investing?
The passive income, man.
Passive income. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a business like everything else, right? You still need to manage it or whatever.
Exactly.
But you want to be away from this business so you can focus your attention on something else.
Right. I don't want to necessarily, because I can't be everywhere, and
right.
And it boils down to pretty much the time that we have. I can't be running a business at 60-year-old and function right. I feel like real estate, you get more time in a sense.
Yes.
And then the tax benefits of it.
Huge tax benefits.
So
yeah. and you know what you're talking about an asset. I mean, that is time tested. I mean,
right.
You can walk down the street and you can tell someone, I'm a landlord, and they probably think that you're rich. That's your first thing, right? But
yeah.
but two is that they understand the business. They're like, oh yeah, I know, what that business is about. You buy a house, you rent it out, and right, or you buy a house, you fix it, and then you sell it. I mean, it's basic stuff. Everybody understands the business. It's been around forever. Yeah. It's the reason why we kind of fell into this business ourselves too, just because it's something that it is my future, my retirement is in real estate. I don't have 401k, I don't have none of that stuff. If it doesn't happen in real estate, it ain't happen anywhere.
I mean, and you're doing it, man. Just doing these little things, man. It will definitely.
Right.
So
what is another business venture that you might think that is in the horizon?
Next for me would be the construction company. Construction company. Yeah. I mean, I've worked a long time in construction, so I know a lot of the vocabulary. So that and it goes hand in hand with real estate.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You're thinking about flipping? You're thinking about buying and holding, or
for real estate wise?
Yeah.
Real estate wise, I mean, me and my brother and I were looking into multifamily. Multifamily, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And not necessarily flipping. I mean, I got a buddy that does flips and all that, and it's just so stressful for him, man.
It is.
It takes a lot of money to do it.
Yes.
So, which with loans and everything, I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of invested work.
Yeah, and you need to have big lines, right? I mean, you're trying to take down monsters every single time, like $200,000-$300,000.
Yeah, and then you're gonna need a minimum, depending on how damaged the house is. I mean.
Yeah, but you'll already have the upper hand if you have your construction company. That's one of the biggest problems with real estate investing is wondering if the contractor is going to show up the next day after you buy it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys don't have to worry about the contractor, and then, don't have to worry about bids and shit because you guys are already in the field. You already know what wood costs. You already know what supplies cost.
But here's the thing: when you look at it like that, and you also got to have those guys making money. Taking like with flips, it's not necessarily you get paid that month. Depending on how fast you do it, right? So it's like, how long are these guys gonna work for? in a sense until they get paid.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I mean it's got its ups and downs, man.
Yeah.
I could definitely see it, you know. But
Yeah,
Yeah, every business does.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling you guys aren't going to have much trouble with that because you said, yeah, you know, it costs a lot of money and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, that's in the future, and you guys are on your first business, and you guys already have the right mindset to, you know, the reason I'm sure you guys want to have other businesses is because you want to have multiple flows. You guys already understand that real estate brings you passive income, so I don't think money is going to be the issue.
Yeah.
Boom. We can help you guys with some multis. Actually, I don't have. You guys are probably thinking like big multis, right? Are you guys thinking about 5, 6? Or are you guys talking about 20, 30
Start off
units?
Right.
Yeah,
Start
off
with
five.
like 5.
5. Okay, so like a commercial.
Yeah.
Commercial building. Yeah. Is there any particular areas you guys are looking at? Like maybe Joliet or something like that? Like we're already transitioning them into the next business.
Yeah, I mean, if it's possible, I would say Joliet. You know, but
Joliet has a lot of, well, they have a lot of multis under 4. So are you guys in the single family or are you guys in a multi?
No, right now we're in a single.
Yeah, so you guys could even do like a house hack too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You can do it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But
There's so many opportunities in real estate.
There's creative ways to structure deals to make sure that you can do, and I'm not saying that you guys could, you know, start off, you know, with you can't start off with a 20 unit or a 5 unit or something, but there's like you said, the tax code is favorable to the real estate investor.
Yeah.
They want you to own real estate. You know what I'm saying? And then they're willing to reward you through the tax code to say, please buy more.
Please get cuffed down to the spot.
Well, that's what it is, right?
That's what it is with houses, man.
That's what it is.
I mean, in a sense.
But you think about this, like a lot of people when they look at neighborhoods or whatever, they see what the ownership rate is, right? Because that's important. Someone, when you have a high ownership rate, people take care of their houses. Usually, it preserves the neighborhood overall, and prices increase, and overall everybody's happy. The problem is when you get slumlords, right? People that don't take care of their property, or people that, you know, are unable to take care of their property. But yeah, no, we love real estate and we love business, but it's impressive to see you guys at such a young age, really already figured out multiple ways to make money. Really, that's what it is.
I mean, we're still not where we want to be, but we're headed there.
I don't think
we're all headed.
I don't think you guys will ever be there because you guys are gonna be, well, you're already successful with this business, but you're gonna always probably want to take this business to the next level. Yeah. Your construction company will probably never satisfy you, even when you know. And
you're
that's
probably
just,
right. That's just the human nature.
You guys became entrepreneurs at a younger age. You know, your family, your mom embedded that. She planted the seed. You know, she embedded it in your brain. So it's just it's just natural human nature to
want
us
more.
to just want more. So I can't wait to see where you guys' journey leads you.
Dude, so we're coming up here at the very end. I wanted to have you guys tell everyone how to get a hold of you. And what's the best way to see maybe some of your previous events that you guys hosted and stuff like that?
Yeah, so you guys could definitely visit us at www.atpartyrentals.com, or you can visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/myevents. Also Instagram at partyrentalsinc_. What else?
You did say you were everywhere.
Yeah,
he's everywhere.
I mean, it's hard to name a few, but just search us up in Party Rentals Inc. Bolingbrook, and we'd most likely pop up on most search engines.
Yeah.
Even Baidu, which is Japan, like a Japan Google.
What is it again?
It's Baidu.
Baidu. What is it? Is it?
It's to me it looked. I mean, I searched it up, and it looked like a Japanese Google. You know, and I know that because again, through Google Analytics, you can see their servers, you know, where they're coming from or what state. And it said Baidu, and I searched it up, and I was like, wow, we popping up out there, man. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
you said you'll go anywhere for the right price.
International.
Shit, throw it on the airplane. Shit.
International. Yeah, or you could give us a call at 630-877-8005.
Cool. Is there anything you wanted to end with?
Well, I did. Well, no, not really. I did have 2 questions that didn't really come up or whatever.
Yeah, let's get them.
So one question was, if I wanted to throw a banger, like, you know, for 2020, right? Like I wanted to throw like the hottest, party on the block. What like equipment do you guys have that like other competition doesn't have? Like, do you guys have like? I know you guys said you don't really do like bouncy houses or anything like that, but do you have anything like? I mean, I know you said that you could go out and find whatever, right? But I mean, like, do you guys have like in stock like like icy machines, shit like that?
Yeah. Cotton candy, icy, margarita
Popcorn.
machines, popcorn machines. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean, we do some lighting, but we don't. That's not necessarily our main forte. That's not what we focus on. We just do the basics.
Okay.
Because you do have an actual lighting company that will
Light an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't thrown a party yet, but when I like to do stuff like that, I like to go all out. So, I want it to be memorable. Like if I have a client appreciation party, I'm going to be like, damn, I remember that party.
He wants a bull. Can you guys get a bull?
I forgot. I was going to ask that. Can you get a
A lot of people
mechanical
ask me
bull?
for that.
I've been to a party with a mechanical bull, and it was lit.
We can get you one. We have a guy.
You have a guy?
We
It's
have a
tough?
guy, yeah.
It's tough?
No, it's not tough. I mean, we just don't really focus on that much mechanical.
Shit, you guys probably have to bring a flatbed for that thing, right?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, you got to put it together.
Up in your pickup truck. You can put it in your pickup truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all it is like an inflatable. You just put what do you call that?
The ring, the corral.
The corral is an inflatable,
Right.
but the bull itself is just like a mechanical thing. So it's not that much space.
Oh,
Yeah. Anything else? You had another question?
Yeah,
got a
but
minute.
I think I forgot. I
Yeah.
only have a minute.
All right, guys. Well, this has been podcast episode number 19 of the Ralphie and Ryan Show with Jaime and Bryan. Thank you so much for spending an hour of your time here on probably what is probably one of your busiest days, right? The weekends are probably busier than the weekdays, or is it all pretty much 7 days a week?
7 days a week.
Yeah, hustlers, man. Dude, we can't wait to see where you guys take your this business and future businesses, and hopefully we can help you with that real estate you guys are gonna get.
Hey, for sure, man. We're gonna get our podcast soon as well, so we're gonna.
Dude,
Oh,
if
that's
we're
what
gonna-
I'm talking
We're
about.
gonna have you guys there.
There you go.
Hopefully,
Can't wait, man.
If you
2020,
guys
man.
need any help with, setting anything up, mics, I'm not too far from Joliet. I live in Bolingbrook, obviously, or whatever. But
Yeah,
I'm always one call away. So if you guys need help with like the setup or anything like that,
For sure, man.
even though sometimes I mess the audio up.
It's fine. We'll have multiple mics, man.
All right, guys. Well, have a great week, and see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.
Cool, man.